Welcome to Hall Pass, the television series that gets middle and high schoolers ready for life. Today we're talking about how to be a good team player. What makes a team successful? Here's a hint, it's not just about sports. So do you have what it takes to help whatever team you're on meet its goals? You will after watching this, so stay tuned to Hall Pass, your ticket to life.
Hi everybody, I'm Jazz, your Hall Pass host. How do you spell team? T-E-A-M, right? Sometimes we can accomplish things as a group that we can't do alone. So let's take a look at why at Hall Pass we agree there is no I in team, and how remembering this can help set us all up for success, individually and together. Different people have different talents. Think about the shows you watch on TV, like Hall Pass, and imagine the teamwork that goes into them. There are the writers, the camera people, the editors, the directors, the hosts, like me, and we all work together as a team to produce this program for you.
TV reduction as a whole in education gives the opportunity or a vehicle for kids or students to work as a cooperative group or team. They are able to work for a common goal, which usually is a morning show or some kind of a package work or whatever they're doing. And they have to work as individuals, as somebody do a switcher, somebody do the audio, somebody do a camera, somebody also do talent. And putting them all together allows you to actually succeed.
That's just one example of teamwork, but there are lots more, and not just on the sports field.
We associate teams with sports and sports activities because they're easy to identify. They have uniforms. In athletics, there's one overriding goal: to win, fairly, squarely, by the rules, but to win. So we kind of identify that. But if you talk about other teams, firefighters are a great example, because that's a team where every member has to depend on every other member to do their job and do it well for the safety of the entire group. Therefore, you develop a very cohesive team. Everybody knows, generally speaking, everybody knows what everybody else is supposed to do. Everyone knows their job, and everyone knows that somebody else's life may depend on me doing my job or doing it the way it's supposed to be done. Inevitably, when you go to a firehouse anywhere in this county or anywhere in the world, you'll find a group of people who exemplify the word team.
It could be family. Your family can be a team. You know, it's a lot of different teams as far as like science clubs, math clubs, chorus groups, bands, they're all a team.
I'm on a basketball team. I'm part of the art department. I guess you can call that a team.
So, teamwork can be defined like this.
Teamwork is a group of individuals with defined roles and defined leadership and defined long-range and short-term goals. Basically, that's teamwork.
A group of people or individuals working for a common goal to help each other do their best.
It's not just one person, it's a group of individuals or parts working together to make one unit.
While we all like to do things by ourselves sometimes, some projects are so big that there's no way you can do them alone.
Building a skyscraper takes a team. It takes a number of teams. You have to have, of course, the architects that design it. No architect is going to design a skyscraper by himself. And he's going to have to get together with builders to find out what's possible. And then once they start putting the bricks, mortar, and steel together, particularly when you get up there, you better have a team working or people's lives will be in danger and the building will not be successful, obviously. And on the school level, just talk about homecoming. Homecoming is an example that the project itself is so big. There's so many things going on in a school. You better have a number of teams working on it, and you better understand what you're going to get at the end, what you want to get, what your long and short-term goals are.
Well, if we did not have teamwork or cooperation, we probably wouldn't get anything done. In our society, we cannot work as individuals. We have to work within a team-oriented situation or environment to succeed.
Very little in this life is going to be accomplished individually. Most of what we're faced with today requires groups of people. And if you have a group that has established an identity as a team, they're much more likely to accomplish their goals and objectives.
Being part of a team, whether it's the assembly line at a fast food restaurant, working on a class project, or volunteering as a group to clean up a local park, gives you a sense of purpose. It makes you feel like you belong in a positive way.
Well, it makes me feel good. It feels like I have a second family, because you have to be close to be a team. So when I'm here, if we're a team, we're together, so it feels warm.
Being on a team should make you feel like you belong. If you've got good team leadership and the members understand the goals and objectives of the team, see the vision. Now that's the job of the leader, to make sure the members understand where we're going and what their role is. If that all occurs, then being on a team should give you a feeling of belonging, should give you a feeling of you're part of something bigger than just one person, and should give you a feeling of accomplishment.
Sort of like a family, make you feel like you have people who care for you as much as you care about yourself.
Good morning, Bobcats. This is WB in the AM. I'm Joaquin.
Once you're on a team, you have a sense of purpose. You feel like you're part of a bigger thing than yourself. Being able to work on a team and being an integral part of the team gives you more self-worth, more confidence, and more pride in what you're doing, because you're not just doing it for yourself, you're actually doing it for others.
It makes me feel good to know that you have people around you who support you, help you succeed.
It's an important role. If students have that feeling they belong, it can overcome a lot of other negatives that happen.
It makes me feel good because it's letting me know that I'm doing something with myself other than, running the streets. So I'm doing something positive.
I'm doing something with my life rather than the things that go on outside the gym.
Up next, we'll show you how to contribute to the success of any team you happen to be on. And later, we've got some ideas for team building that are fun for you and your friends to do together. It's all happening right here on Hall Pass. Don't get caught with that one.
We're one team because, it's not just one individual. We use our We Greater Than Me theme. Everybody's together. It's not an I over us. So, we work together as one.
Well, every team member plays a role. Anybody who's ever played football understands that if that all 11 guys have to be functioning. Just because the halfback or quarterback gets his pictures in a newspaper, if the guards didn't block, if the tackle didn't block, if the defense didn't tackle, if the defense didn't cover, the team would not be successful.
Character, the core of our lives. Traits, the seeds of its core. What's a good trait that shows you care about the people on your team? Respect.
Respect is looking at and listening to other people when they're speaking to me.
Respect is doing and saying what makes people feel safe and valued.
Today on Hall Pass, we're talking about how to be a good team player. What do you think it takes?
It takes a positive attitude and a strong mind, because you can't get weak. You have to stay up and you have to be positive all the time, because you have a lot of different individuals working together.
To be a good team player, it takes a lot of hard work, dedication. You have to be strong, have to be, have a good heart.
The player has to understand that if he or she doesn't do their job, regardless of whether it's athletics, student government, city government, if I don't do my job, the team is not going to be successful. The team depends on me, I depend on the team. That's a player's role, or team member's role.
What it takes to be a team player is acceptance, being able to accept other people, attitudes and stuff like that.
It's all about teamwork when you're trying to win. You can't just do everything yourself. You have to pass the ball, you have to shoot, you have to see who's open. You can't just do it by yourself.
Being on a team helps us define our role in life, what we can accomplish, what we can't accomplish. It helps us understand what other people can do and can't do. It helps us learn a little dependency in society on understanding my friend may have a role to contribute to. So it all comes together, because when we get out in society, somewhere along the line we're going to fit into a team.
Mr. Rowland has some ideas on how you can help your team meet its goals and become a better person in the process.
The team member's role is to, once they've bought into the goals and objectives and vision of the team, is to make sure they stay part of it. Not offer constructive criticism, but not try to tear things down. to play their role, to do their role, to ask questions if they don't understand their role, to make sure that they understand exactly what they're supposed to do and when it's supposed to get done.
Listening to the ideas of your teammates is also a good idea, and it's a sign of respect.
To have successful cooperative groups is the student or the teacher must be able to listen, must be able to come up and saying, looking at the common goal and not individual goals. Being able to help instead of always be the taker of having everybody help them. And also being able to problem solve, to be able to understand when it is best for them to speak up, and then sometimes just to keep their opinion to themselves, to make sure the goal is successful.
All of this teamwork can help you become a better person.
Being on a team, you have to mature and you have to be very responsible, like making the practice on time and a lot of stuff. And you have to be able to get along with others and set aside like your dislikes and come together as an agreement, like, and agree on certain things. And it can't be your way all the time.
We learn a great deal of self-assurance. We learn how to cooperate with others. We learn how to understand that we may not be able to do the whole job, but it may take a group of us to do it. We understand the whole concept, there's no I in team. Teams accomplish big things.
It makes you grow as far as being responsible and knowing that you have others depending on you, so you have to become dependable. And it also helps you to, again, build self-confidence in yourself, so you know that you're motivated and help motivate others also.
I love to play basketball, so me playing in high school, you know, my next step is playing in college, to better my education so I can be a better person in life. It makes me grow because I have to keep my eye on the pride and make sure everybody else has their eye on their pride also.
Keeping your eye on your pride works later in life too.
The experiences that they acquire here and the expertise that they do, working as a team, being able to produce things, being able to use multimedia within any aspects to become good communicators is going to be a very intricate part of their success in the world to come.
You know, you have different people and different attitudes, so like dealing with that, it helps you now and later in life, because later in life you're going to have to deal with different people in different situations.
Being able to cooperate in a group, even if you don't like them, even if you're having some conflict in the normal world, but understanding that you need to put those aside once you come inside a group to make sure that whatever you're doing as a group or those outward forces do not contribute to any problems within the group. This will be very helpful when they become in the business world, because a lot of times in the business world they're not going to be able to actually like everybody they're working for. However, they need to do that to make sure that whatever they're doing is successful.
So now that we know what it takes to be a good team player, let's work on some team building exercises designed to help us bond with each other and communicate better as a group. That's next here on Hall Pass.
And you can have a team of very strong people, and if they're not working together as a team, a much weaker group physically will beat them. And in fact, this team won its first tournament by winning every single heat. We were smaller, physically weaker than any team out there, and we beat all of them, and that was because of the teamwork.
Meet the Blazing Paddles. This team of dragon boat racers shares a common bond of having fun, but they also like to paddle to win. Teamwork is crucial.
In dragon boat paddling, it's the key. We talk about there being 7 fundamentals of dragon boat paddling, and numbers 1, 3, 5, and 7 are all timing, because everyone's got to paddle in unison. We're sitting so close together, if we don't, we'll actually clash paddles.
Their teamwork must be paying off, because this team recently won the Paddling World Championships.
If you want to paddle in a canoe solo, you can do that really well, and you don't have to coordinate your efforts with any other person. And there are a lot of things in life that do require teamwork. If you ever want to be married in your life, that's a team. If you want to have a job in a company that has more than just you in it, that's teamwork. So The lessons that we can learn in this sport carry over to a lot of things in life. We've got people in the boat. James, who's with us today, is 7 years old. My dad is on the team. He's 70 years old. And they've all got to be able to work together and get along.
Imagine what it would look like if the team didn't paddle together.
If they don't function as a team, what you're going to see is paddles clashing with teammates' paddles and a boat that's not moving very quickly and a lot of other boats moving ahead.
So let's see what happens when this team of expert paddlers are taken out of the water and asked to perform a different kind of challenge. In this team building exercise, which you can do with your friends and teammates, the team is going to perform in a race. The object of the race isn't to finish first, but to finish together as a team and at the same time. Can they do it? On your mark, get set, go! They made the decision early on to link arms, which was a winning strategy. When you try this one with your teammates, be encouraging and help each other stay at the same speed. Our paddlers also helped each other by calling out right, left, right, left. That's what teammates do. They help each other and give confidence to each other. And don't you like it when people say encouraging things to you?
The object was to cross the finish line as a team at the same time. So I figured if we all hugged each other that there would be no other way to cross the finish line but at the same time. And you know, we like to hug each other, so it worked out.
We had somebody step up and say, I have a great idea. So as a team, we stopped to listen to that person. We tried it out and we found that it worked, and I thought it was great what Kristen said.
We were successful on our first try.
When you have people that can problem solve, think about it, and if it didn't work, we could have gone back, somebody else could present an idea, and we try that as well. I mean, that's what teams do. They work together and they listen to each other.
Here's another challenge you're going to love. Our Lady Panthers basketball team recently won the state championships, so they obviously know a little something about teamwork. Their challenge next isn't about sports though, it's about shapes. The team is standing in a circle. Blindfolded, they'll hold onto a rope with both hands and one person will hold the two ends. Together, the team will decide on a shape such as a triangle, diamond, or a square, and they'll move as a team to try and create the shape with the rope. Once they think they got it, they'll drop the rope on the floor, take off their blindfolds, and stand back to see how they did. Let's watch.
Kiana, y'all next to each other? Yeah. Okay, Jess, you got your corner picked? We gotta be even. We gotta be like in a diagonal. So look, here, make your foot touch my foot. Yeah, put your foot out. Okay, barn. Gonna be bottom in. So you go out. You walk back towards the like the patio. Walk towards the patio. Lauren, you went back? Yeah. Candace, you think we ready? Ready?
What we doing?
Put the rope down. Put it down.
Just drop it. Right.
Put it down.
Put it down. Exactly what
Okay, we done.
Take it off.
Take them off. You take it off? Almost had it. See?
They were trying to make a triangle. They decide to try again. This time, they'll aim for a rectangle.
Don't drop it, but place it. Get your corner. Y'all ready? Yeah. Take your blindfolds off.
Success. As your team gets more practice with this one, try to make the shapes harder, like a pentagon or a trapezoid. This will help you feel challenged. Here's another challenge we want to show you. We talked about how our television production class works as a team on their many projects. This exercise shows that this can be hard even when you're trying. Here's the challenge. There are 32 television production students in the room standing in a circle. They need to count out loud from 1 to 32 in consecutive numerical order. They can't discuss a strategy or just go around the circle. If two people say a number at the same time, they have to start over. If someone messes up, they have to start over. Let's see how they do and how many tries it takes to get it right.
1, 2,
3,
4. 1, 2,
3,
4.
5, 14. 6, 7, 8,
9, 10.
You're going in order. Start again.
Point to you.
about 10 attempts, and then Anthony got an idea. He sat down.
1, 2,
3.
The others joined in, and the team was eventually successful.
7, 8,
9. Oh! 18.
This one is hard because you can't discuss it in advance. That's why communicating as a team, even when all you have is body language, is so important.
I thought it was gonna be like easy at the beginning because it's just like counting numbers, but like when it came down to the actual exercise, it was kind of tough. Like you had to like keep up with the numbers, plus you couldn't say like with the person next to you and consecutive numbers, and it was just tough.
The turning point was definitely when I went to sit down. Something told me that if I sat down it would work, and I did, and then they followed, and then we got it done.
What do all of the challenges so far have in common? In each one, someone instinctively stepped up as the leader without being asked or told to do so. Dawn, Kristen, and Anthony.
Oh, Anthony, our fearless leader. He's a natural leader, and he just came up with a strategy, and the turning point was like he just sat down and everybody started to follow, and it just came like easier.
I'm in a class where it teaches me to be a leader, so when I knew that this was a team thing, I just wanted to step out. I didn't know if other people would do it, so I thought that I would do it, and it worked out. It showed us that by using teamwork, everyone's doing their own job instead of one person doing everything.
Up next, one more exercise that shows us how to manage a project as a team. I'll give you a hint. Raw eggs are involved. Character, the core of our lives. Traits, the seeds of its core. What's another good trait when you're working together as a team? Cooperation.
Cooperation is taking responsibility for my part of the work.
Cooperation is asking what is expected of me to get the job done. Cooperation is working as a team to meet a common goal.
Today on Hall Pass, we're talking about the importance of teamwork and how being a good team player can help you grow as a person and give you a sense of community, especially at school.
I think it's very important for kids to have the experience, for students to have the experience of being a team member, to accomplish goals as a team, to see how a team comes together. In fact, we're working on a project right now called Destination Diploma, where one of the components is going to be to emphasize the unity that comes out of being a member of a team so that you feel like you really belong to part of your school.
So here's our last challenge. This class was split into teams. Each team is given a raw egg and a supply of materials. The object is to work as a team to build a structure that will safely house the egg. They only have a half an hour. When the time's up, they'll drop their structure from 10 feet up. Which egg will survive?
I think we can, hold it, like just to secure it.
Yeah, I think that's
It's just usable on the team.
This is Chevy. Right now.
Here they come.
We just had someone working on different parts. Like we had 2 people working on the parachute, and then the framework of the popsicle sticks, and then had someone working on the bottom part, the protection. So we had people working on different parts and putting it all together at the end.
Well, I did this.
Well, we brainstormed ideas. Like we would listen to each other and help each other out, like with giving tips and ideas how to make it better.
We just
We
did good.
Okay, let me see it. All right, let's see if you got it. Who thinks they're going to win? Look at the design. No, you don't think so? No. Okay, we'll give it.
Thanks. You guys are so supportive. At least John.
get a countdown, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, it didn't.
Okay, here we go. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So good.
All right, give me a hand. 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Check it out, check it out.
It was a tie. Both parachute eggs survived. The teams that were successful worked together to solve the problem and were good at exchanging ideas to protect their egg.
We won. Well, our egg didn't break, so we got a really good result. And we worked as a team, and everything came out good.
Well, we all chipped in, so we all had our own ideas, and we all made it work together. So each one of our ideas made it not crack. So we all did something.
Me and my good friend Carlos, we made the parachute, so it came down slowly, and they cushioned the egg, so it didn't even feel anything.
They copied us?
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
We just wanted it to go down slowly and not hit as hard. So.
If I'm at a job where I'm part of a team and I enjoy being there, I'm going to accomplish more, the team's going to accomplish more, the business is going to be more successful.
It's the central role of everything we do. We can't move the boat if everyone doesn't do it together. We can't paddle the boat on the water. We certainly can't win any races.
Determination, hard work, get success. Determination, hard work, get success. Determination, hard work, get success. Woo!
I like being a part of the team because it makes me feel like I am helping others in a positive way and also build self-confidence in yourself.
Remember, being part of a team makes you feel like you're part of something big. No matter what kind of team you're on, give it your all. And to that I say, go team! That's it for this episode of Hall Pass, your ticket to life. Join us next time and visit our website, hallpasstv.com, where you can blog about what you've seen here, as well as find resources about today's topics that are just for you. Here are a few resources to get you started. See you next time on Hall Pass. Bye.
youth-activities.suite101.com, www.youthleadership.com, and www.managementhelp.org.